So just want to give you guys a quick update as it relates to the backyard obstacles. As you can see, I've kind of clustered everything right in this central area. So in my yard, I got tired of mowing around different things, and the obstacles were just kind of spread out, which didn't create for as much of a real like atmosphere as far as section riding. And I did recently move up to expert class where you really have to time things. So I've rearranged some things in order to have multiple obstacles in a row. So we'll go ahead and just give you a little tour around. I had to recently cut down a tree in the yard. If you guys are ever having to cut down trees, I would recommend leaving the limbs in. So these two limbs that are sticking out to the side, kind of like arms, are going to keep this thing from rolling back and forth, which is very common. Almost everything in my yard I've been able to pick up and move by hand. So this type of thing isn't terrible to move by hand, but if they're lightweight and smaller, then they're more apt to roll. So keeping those limbs on there is really helpful. So this particular line, trying to go front wheel here and then front wheel here and do a little zap to get over, maybe even take it to that big tire over there. I can also ride around. This is a really tight turn, kind of narrow in here. And then I can set up to try and stuff and go up and over this one or come back into this. So short update on this, I really do like these banding straps. If you guys don't have any of these, very cheap, easy way to hold together pallets and logs of that sort. So this is just kind of a smoother runway coming down. I do have in mind to try to get up the nerve to zap and maybe even stay rear wheel and go to that, but I'm not there yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate some of these and give it a try. I did add in this angled log. This is tricky as a balance beam, but it's also good to ride over in a direction because when it's angled, it does change the fact that you can use a skid plate. So these are just kind of some platforms to potentially ride up on and then balance across or kind of gap across. This one I've been able to get to there, but that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you over here what I've done as well. So if you guys have seen any of the short videos, I did go ahead and add another railroad tie on my splat wall. So this is now 6 railroad ties high. I'm pretty tall. I think it was like 40 inches or something, not sure about in centimeters. So this is a little bit taller, a little more challenging. I probably won't have anything quite that big in the expert liner. It's more of a champ obstacle, but when you put a kicker in front of it, it does make it a little bit more like some of the expert stuff that I might see. If you come around to this side, I do have a little kind of ride up. So this is a little bit of an angled section. And then I went ahead and added this platform. So this has been a struggle. I have turned this thing over multiple times. I've lost traction on it, so I've reinforced it with some wood here, and then the stone just gives me the more natural type of grip to try and get up over there. So hopefully this is going to stay in place. I did add these straps. So this is actually a tent stake going into the ground here in order to try and keep this thing from rocking back. So when I've gapped this and put the front wheel here and then given it more gas to try and go, that clutch pop has just sent this whole thing flying. So now you can see it's very difficult for me to kind of push it over, and I'm hoping that that's going to stay in position so that it doesn't roll away, and I just can't get a big enough rock in here on my own to just have it right here. So I can hit this going to a gap here and go up and over, and then this way is going to be a little bit harder because that's definitely higher. And then this is one that's kind of more elementary or beginner stages, going ahead and front touch there and then zap over as well. So I did get some more dirt in order to try and fill this in, and then the tire, I'm just not riding very much going across it, so I thought, well, maybe I'll try and go over it this way. So I did previously have a little kicker in here in order to zap up. Gotten rid of the kicker, and this is kind of, it moves a little bit, so it's not ideal. I don't recommend tires. I just don't think they're quite as useful as other type of obstacles, but usually they're free, so that does help. So hopefully I can get up and over that and show you guys some of the things I do here. Helps to be tall. All right, now we'll finally try this out. First time. Woo! Maybe a little more angle will do the trick. Little gap here. Oh, looks like I might need a way to strap this thing down into place. All right, we're gonna try for that bigger one, the tire. Oh! Oh! I have to figure out a better way to secure that in place, but one of the things I'm realizing is there's less run up in most of these type of situations. I'm really trying to challenge myself with less running as it relates to these obstacles. Get in position. Try a touch front on this one, or is that? Whoa! Well, hey, thanks for watching the backyard update as relates to this obstacle course. And if you guys like the apparel that I'm wearing, Myro Products is someone that I would encourage you to check out. You guys can see more about their stuff in this video right here. Thanks for watching.